This question is snake and ladder. So you are given a 2D grid, and this is a description you can real. So you have a dice, 6 faces, and then you are rolling a dice, and it's going to be between 1 to 6 for sure. So there are two options. So one is a ladder, another one is a snake, and then you must move the destination of the snake or ladder, otherwise you move to the next. So what you should do is you start from here for sure. If you see a ladder here or ladder here, you need to take the direction. I mean, you need to take the step. So if you are from here to here, you are stepping to what 15. But if somehow comes here, you are at this spot, you need to coming back to 2. So this is pretty much the idea. And then same thing for the snake. So if 15 come here, and then you definitely need to roll it back, and then this will be 13, and you have to start from this position. And then the easy way to do is you are doing one step and then going up, and then doing another step, and then you'll reach the destination. So you want to return the least number of the dice rolls required to the destination. Alright, so the first thing is we want to make sure if a cell is visit, we don't want to come back again. And then we want to make sure the step is between the dice is between 1 to 6. Okay, and you gotta know your current position and your next position. So the next position will determine whether or not you are taking the ladder or snake to whatever the destination, right? So and also you want to know is going to be ladder up or ladder down, right? So there are many ways of possibility that will happen, and then yeah, basically just return the number of steps, so you have a counter for sure. And that's the solution. And then let me start writing the code. So what I have is I'm gonna have the number of rows. So I'm gonna say for the length, and the column will be this, and then the destination will literally becomes rows times column. So you're starting from 1, and destination is 36, right? N by N, right? So you can say you can declare this as N, and doing this, it doesn't matter. I like to do it this way. So I'm going to have a hash set, and I'm create an integer. So I'm represent the visit, and also I will have the queue to make sure what is like turn. So what will be my next step? Will iterate. So I was starting from here. I will roll my dice, and the dice possibility is going to be 1 to 6. I'm going to take every single possible destination, and in every single cell, I'm going to create a next possible step, and doing this recursively. But I want to make sure this first iteration will consider the first step, and the next iteration consider the next step. So that's why you are using a queue. So I'm starting the first. Alright, so I will have so if you are not able to reach, I'll return -1. And I'm going to start from my step, and each time I will increment, and you might be wondering, well, when I start iterating the queue, so the queue will be here. So you can do this instead. So let me do this. You can say in step equals 0 while queue is not empty. Then do this. So list things is equal to list things, and then you need to increment, right? Every single iteration. So I mean, I'm doing this instead, it's easier for me. And then for the current iteration for the queue, well, depending on the size. So, and then traversing the size, I do less the size, I plus plus. Alright, so I just push the current cell, current node into the queue. I'm pulling the queue. So in node equal to queue.pull, and if the node is equal to the destination, that being said, I have traversed the whole entire grid. I'm going to return a step. So yes, so for this one, I'm starting at 1, right? The step is 0. I'm not moving anything. If my node is equal to destination, I return 0. Otherwise, you increment based on the iteration for the queue. And I will roll my dice now. Oh, sorry. Diff equal to 1 and diff less than equal to 6, but you want to make sure you are now going out of bound. And diff destination plus plus. So I think I make a mistake right here. Diff. So you want to make sure you are not out of bound. So diff equal to 1 less than 6. No is whatever the current position you are at, and then plus a diff, and then is less than or equal to destination, and you increment the diff. Yeah, and I will have to traverse I will have to get my current coordinate. I have a coordinate, so it's going to be no plus diff, and then I'm going to get whatever rows columns. So I will write this later, but think about this perspective. So -1, -1, -1, -1. So where is it? So you're starting from here. Look at this. So this is actually the first rule. But when you're reading the 2D grid, you are starting from here, right? So you need to do it reverse and then get a proper coordinate and then plus the whatever the step, and then yeah, whatever. So private int, I will take the node, turn position, in rows column. The idea for this is that returning the proper coordinate, and basically you just calculate the number, right? This is the number, and yeah, that's it. So I will say in row from bottom will becomes the current position minus 1 divided by the yes, this is row, this is column, this is everything, right? So divide by the total column. So this will be from you calculate the number row, right? And you are going to calculate the actual row. So this is going to be the, so rows it represent, let me rephrase this, and this will be total column, and this will be a total rows minus 1 minus row from bottom. Okay, and then this will be row, and then you need to calculate a column, but you want to find out where do you starting column. So I need to say column from left. That will become the current position minus 1, and then you want to multiply the total column. So you might be wondering first, why do I need to keep minus 1, minus 1? The reason is the base index is 0, and we started from the index 0, but the value is 1, right? So when you pass the value in, it is off by 1. You need to minus 1, and then you want to divide by the total column, to get actual the row, and then you do the mod to get an actual column. So this is like a Sudoku question, like how do you know which box are you iterating to verify the rows and columns is unique, something like this. So yeah, this is like standard knowledge. And then you want to make sure boolean our code is reverse will become, so if the row from bottom mod by 2 is equal to 1, if this is true. So what does that mean? I'm going to say row from bottom, so this is 0 1 2 3 4 5, right? So if this is row from bottom and then it's reverse, I want to find my column, so let me type it up and explain later. Total columns minus columns from left. So when I say is reverse, look at this, the diagram on the graph. You started from here, which is going to be 0 1 2 3 4 5, and if you know like this is a turn, right? So when is the turn? Sorry, not this, and this. So where's the turn? It's actually like index 1 will be the turn to well, how do I say this? So index 0 will be turning, but you want to make sure the columns, so the columns from the left, right? Look at this, that this is normally we go up, right? And then if we do go up, it actually like this should be like 7 8 9 10, right? Like by default 10 11 12, something like this, right? But we are reversing the number right here, right? This is 1 to 6 in order, and then this is 7 8 9 to 12 in a different order. So that's why we need to do the is reverse, and we get a column, and later on we will get like return new int row column right here. Alright, so this will be the next position for row and column. So I would say in next what? Next X, something like this. Position 0. Next Y, position 1. Okay, so I will get my coordinate, and then I will calculate my I will apply. So this is a position, right? And I will find out what will be my next the best solution. I mean, sorry, what will be my next coordinate? Because if the next coordinate is -1, that means say I want to take a step, right? If not, then I don't want to take a step, right? So actually, yeah. So I would say in next step will become get next step, something like this. What I need to do is I want to pass in xx, next y, forward, and node and diff, private int get next step in x, in y, in forward, in node, in different. So there might be a better way to describe this. So I'm saying for x and y, if x and y is -1, that means that you can visit, right? So you can visit is going to be node plus diff, and then if for xy does not equal to -1, then I will visit the board xy. So what does that mean? This is going to be a ladder or the snack, right? So if this is at -1 literally, it doesn't matter if it's not negative one or non-negative one. You need to take a step. So this will be like you roll the dice. Whatever the dice you get, you're going to move forward. So when you're moving forward, you could be negative one. You could not be negative one, but you are just moving to the next position, depending on the board. So that's why it's going to be next step. So I probably can do this, and then I got my next step. I want to calculate. I'm not calculating. I'm trying to make sure did I visit this? Did I visit the current cell? So next step, and then if I did not visit, I'm gonna just add it and queue the offer. I'm gonna offer my next step, and so that will be the next iteration. So this will be the whole step for the first iteration based on the queue, and then the next will be the next, right? Something like this, and then move on it. Coordinate as per ROM cannot be typed in. Oh, okay. So contain. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, the question is pretty straightforward. You're going to treat everything as a letter. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's a snack or snake or letter. Just treat it as a letter. You're going to take whatever whatever the cell you visit. So yeah, this might be a pretty tricky things, but anyway. So the time and space space I will consider space for m times m, or you can say n squared. Doesn't matter. For the time, the worst case is traverse every single possible cell and then find out, oh, there's no letter at all, so it's going to be all of n times m for sure. So this will be the solution. So it's take a little bit to explain, but it's pretty straightforward. So you just want to make sure you increment the step every single iteration. If you are using a while loop, let me try this. If you are using a while loop, it's not hard. It's just and then you increment your step right here, and supposedly this should be working. Yeah, same thing. So I mean, time and space are the same, but anyway, all right, see you.